Antoinette. Welcome to Antoinette's Kitchen, seasoned with love. Today we're going to make stuffed artichoke. Sounds like it may be complex, but it's really not. I'm going to make it very simple for you, simple ingredients, simple recipe. So we're going to make 6 artichokes today. See, I prepped this last night. I cut off the stems. I soaked it in lemon juice all night, all 6 of them, so they stay green color and they don't turn brown. And what you do is you just trim it, okay? You trim each leaf. It looks like it's complex, but you know what? It's pretty easy. It's not bad at all. It's kind of easy. It takes a little extra time, but when there's a holiday, I make one for everyone, and then if I have company over and we're in the artichoke mood, I make 4 or 6 of them. You can serve them as appetizers. They make a great appetizer. Okay, so what you do is you trim it. I want everyone to see how this is done. So it looks like this. And then what I do is I hit it so it opens. You see how nicely it opens? So I can stuff it. Right, now it's really pretty inside. I cut off, there's like little pinchy things inside. I cut them off. And my family happens to love the stuffing. So what I do is I make room for stuffing in the center as well. Okay? Now what you do with these is you boil them. And I pre-boiled all of these already. Set them in here while we're going to make the stuffing. This is what they look like boiled. It's just less time when you have to cook them. They come out tender when you pre-boil them. A lot of people just put them right in the oven. I found this to be the best way. Okay? So it's open. They're open. They're still a little hot. These babies are good. And then I'll teach you at the end how we're going to eat it. So what we do is we put the lemon on it. Lemon is very important in Italian cooking, especially Southern Italian cooking. Parsley, lemon, garlic, olive oil, those are the staples. And onion. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to leave some of the artichoke water in here. When we go to boil it, they should be covered up to 1/3. And I add into the water chicken broth. Again, just a little bit. Some white wine into the water. The ingredients and the prep will all be listed on my comments. Okay, and then I'll throw in 1 whole clove of garlic in here. So this is ready for the artichoke after they're stuffed to be put in here. And then you just cover it, and it stays on the stove for about 40-45 minutes. And we'll get to that. Okay, first what we're going to do is we're going to make the stuffing. We're going to put some olive oil into the pan, some fresh garlic. Okay, some breadcrumbs. We just want to wet it a little bit, just enough to make a stuffing. And we're going to add some white wine to it. And fresh parsley. And the Locatelli cheese. That's a must. We don't want to make it too wet because we're going to sprinkle it in the artichoke. And I like to add a little bit of extra garlic powder, even though we have fresh garlic. Garlic is such a staple in this recipe. Okay? Done, easy. It's the prep work that's important. Like I said, I did it last night, and I cut the bottoms off, trimmed them, gave them their haircuts, squeezed them with plenty of lemon, and lemon will be squeezed in here as well. It's a great stuffing. Pretty simple. And now we'll start stuffing. My family loves the stuffing, so I cut the centers out. Okay, so that's what the center looks like. Okay. It's very exciting for me to do this. This has always been a passion of mine, to share my love and my passion with everyone. It's so important to me. Family tradition. One of my aunts who lived next door to me my whole life, this was her specialty. When I think of my aunt, I think of stuffed artichokes. When I think of my mom, I think of lasagna. When I think of homemade pasta, I think of my grandmother. When I think of meatballs, I think of my dad. These are all cherished memories that stay with you forever. Sometimes people don't realize how important family food and tradition is, but it's very important. It's important for our children today to know, and for us to pass on the tradition that we were brought up with. And that's all part of my book that soon will be coming out, that I'm writing. It's not just going to be recipes. It's going to be called Coming Back to the Table. And as we're coming back to the table, we're coming back to the table with a lot of tradition. Communication, love, contact, eye-to-eye contact, discussing our daily life, what's going on today in our families, what's going on with our children in school, how they're doing, sports. It's all part of growing up and making memories. And that's my goal. And I channel that through my cooking. My cooking has been very successful with, like I said, fundraising, real estate. I've been in real estate for over 30 years, and I incorporated my cooking into real estate. My open houses were all about my house and the cooking. The realtors would come to experience my cooking. We do charitable events at our real estate company. And what do? I cook for all the charitable events. I love it. I don't care if it's 100 people, 200. I can do it. Nothing will stop me. Food is very important in life, not just about nutrition, but about communication and family values. Here we are. 4 beautiful artichokes. Was that so hard? So we're going to put these in the oven. I'm going to sprinkle them with a little bit of olive oil and lemon, just a little bit. We're going to put them in the oven for about an hour, not in the oven, I'm sorry, on stovetop. On stovetop. Here we go. Let's step over to the stove. So this is the water that's in the pot. I left a little bit of water for when I boiled them for the flavor. I added broth, chicken broth, and 1 clove of garlic. These are all stuffed, and now they're going to go into the water, and they're going to cook in here. I don't do it in the oven, I do it on top. If I'm making a lot, like sometimes I've made 20 of them at one time, then what I'll do is I'll put it in the oven with water in the bottom of a tray and cover it so I steam it. And that would make it. But when I'm making 4 or 6 of them, I can certainly do it on top. Cover it. And we're done. It's been fun today making these stuffed artichokes with everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm Antoinette from Antoinette's Kitchen, seasoned with love, cooked with so much passion. This is a family staple recipe served on all our holidays. It's not that hard. You prep them the night before, you cut off the stems, you trim everything, you clean out the center, squeeze it with lemon overnight so it doesn't turn brown. And you just make the stuffing. It takes only a minute. All the ingredients and the prep will be on my comments. So I'm very happy. Again, I said it's been just a great afternoon, and I'm so glad that you all came into my kitchen, and I'm so glad that we're going to enjoy these together. Now let me teach you how to eat these little babies. You take off the leaf. Right to the end. Delicious. Bon appetit.